Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are having an outstanding day. So in today's video, we are going to explore Firebase Hosting. So we will walk through how to host a simple React app using Firebase. I'll show you step by step how to create Firebase project, then how to set up a Firebase in your local environment, then deploy a React application to Firebase Hosting. In this video, we will focus specifically on Firebase hosting, but don't worry. So in upcoming videos, I will cover all the major features of Firebase one by one, including authentication, Firestore, cloud functions, and many. So let's get started with the demonstration. So now I have created a small React app, and in that app.js I have modified this app.js and added this h1 tag to print welcome to TechnoAarambh on the UI. So quickly let's go to start, or let's do this npm start to check how it look on the UI on the local environment, and you can see the local development server is started, and the welcome to TechnoAarambh is printed on the UI. So now let's again go to the VS Code and let's stop the execution and let's clear the terminal. So now what we'll do, we'll jump into the Firebase portal homepage, where we can set up our first Firebase project to host our first React app. So let's quickly go to this Firebase portal. So this is the homepage or the Firebase portal where you can set up your project. So in that, here is the option to create a project to get started with the Firebase project. So now let's click on this button. So it will open a new window where you can set up your or add your project name. So I'll use the React app, and it created some IDs according to that created project. So now let's click on the continue. It will ask for the Google Analytics and many more. So as we are doing this for the demo purpose, so I'll use the default one. So now let's click on the create project. So it is validating the details that we entered, and it is preparing for our project creation. So it will take some time to set up a project. So now you can see our Firebase project is ready. So now let's click on the continue. It will open our project window. You can see the React app project that we created is by default selected, and in that, what we are going to do, we are hosting our React app. So we are not exploring any other feature currently, but we will cover this in the next videos. So for this authentication, cloud, Firestore, and many more. So now let's click on the hosting. So it will open a new window where we need to set up. So you can see there is one button. So let's click on this get started, and in that there are a couple of steps to add in our project. So here is this npm install Firebase tool. So let's copy this and let's again go to our project and let's install this. So this package is required to, these tools, basically Firebase tools, are required to set up or deploy our app on the Firebase. So it's downloading, so it will take some time to download the packages, and once that is done, then we need to follow next step to set up or initialize the Firebase project. So init Firebase project. So now the Firebase tool is installed. Again, let's go to the portal. Let's click on the next. Here is to initialize the project, we have to log into the Firebase first, and then we need to initialize or init the Firebase. So let's click on this Firebase login command, and again let's hit this. It will open new window, or it will ask. So let's click on the Y and let's click on the enter. It will open a new window where we need to authenticate or log in with our username. So let's click sign up with our username. Let's click on allow, and if you see, the Firebase CLI login is successfully done, and you can cross validate on the terminal also. So you can see the login is success with our ID. So I will again clear the terminal, and so now let's copy this Firebase init command and let's start the initialization. Let's click on the Firebase init. It will ask, are you ready to proceed? Let's click enter the Y and click on enter, and it will ask, why do you need this Firebase? So we are hosting our application, so let's click on this option to configure a file for hosting. and let's don't click on the enter directly. Let's use the space to select this option and then click on the enter. It will ask for the next question that he asks, that is, please select an option or use an existing project, create a new project, and add a Firebase project or platform, and don't set up a default project. So we are using this existing project because we have created this React app project. So now let's click on this use existing project, and then let's select the default project by click on this enter, and it will ask what do you want to. Let's just give me a second. I will expand the terminal a little bit more. So what do you want to use your public directory? So we'll use this for build. We'll deploy the build folder, and we'll use this index.html file. So we'll use this y, and you want to set up this GitHub actions. So we are not currently setting any GitHub actions. So let's click on Yan, and if you see, the Firebase initialization is completed. So now again let's clear the terminal, and before we deploying our app to the Firebase portal, we have not created our build folder. So now let's do this npm run build to set up or to create a build folder or production folder. So if you see creating an optimized production build started, it will take some time, and the build folder is getting created. You can see here. So now again quickly go to the portal and let's click on the next. Now we have to deploy our Firebase app, deploy our app on the Firebase. So now let's copy this Firebase deploy command and again enter Firebase deploy and click on enter. So it will deploy our React app on the Firebase, and if you see the deployment, it is deploying the React app, and you can see the status deploy completed. So we have successfully deployed our first app or host our first app on the using Firebase on the Firebase. So now again let's go to the Firebase portal. Let's click on the continue to console, and you can see the domains. There are two default domains automatically set up. So now you can click on anyone. So let's click on this first domain, and if you can see, our app is available on the internet. So we have successfully hosted our first app using Firebase. So welcome to TechnoAarambh. It's available on the internet. So in this way you guys can deploy or host your applications using Firebase. A quick recap what we have seen so far. So in this video we have explored how to create or how to set up a project on Firebase portal, where we need to follow a couple of steps to initialize the Firebase project in our local project. So there are a couple of npm commands that we have followed and configure it in our VS Code. Then we log into the Firebase, and we have created a build folder, and then we have successfully deployed that build folder on the Firebase. So that's all about the Firebase hosting, a simple and powerful way to host your web application using Firebase. If you found this video very helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to support the channel. It really helped me to keep creating more content like this. In the upcoming videos, we will dive into another exciting Firebase feature like authentication and many. So stay tuned, keep learning, and always happy coding. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and have a great day.